Okay, οπότε ας πάμε με το interview. Έχουμε τον Kio μαζί μας, top laner για την Team Phantasma. Kio, congratulations for the game and welcome to the studio. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. We won, but kind of messy game from me, so not the best.
Oh, they
Okay.
hand you down. They like 3-man handing you.
I mean, they tried to, but they can't stop the rumble. I'm not sure why they left it open.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe they thought I'm better or whatever.
You said it was a messy game. I said you were the MVP because you actually handled the pressure pretty well. They always came for you. You were actually outplaying them, using the Zonias in the right times, and your team could actually take the kills after that. But I don't want to make a point for this game because it was actually a scheduled win for you. Okay, it was the first, second team versus the last team. I want to talk mostly about your performance throughout the year when you came to Team Phantasma, because you had a pretty good split in the previous one. But in EMEA Masters, I don't want to say it wasn't your best performance, but we actually expected more because you knew you could do more. It was something that was blocking your mind from playing as we expected, or it was just hard games for you?
I mean, I think I was just playing like shit, to be fair. Like on ML, it was like by far the worst tournament I've played. I mean, I think in fights I did good, but like on lane, it was just a complete disaster, right? So at some point when I was playing against like really good tops, like Howling or whatever, then it was kind of like I kind of realized that I can't really win the lane because at the moment I'm playing really bad. So I try to focus on other things like team fights and comps. So, but for sure, like I'm kind of sad that we did top 4 and I played that badly. But at least we got the top 4, right? Like I was really surprised with my bad performance and how good we did. So I think once I actually start playing to my level on Emma, I think it's gonna be even better.
Okay, so one more question from me, and that's my point. Are you happier now with your performance? Because we see you mostly improved in all games. Actually, you're carrying many of them, and you're trying many new different picks. So, should we expect more from you in the upcoming tournaments?
I think I'm making a lot of mistakes still. Like I'm still a complete noob at some scenarios, but I think overall, especially online, I think I'm much better. So I think in that part, I will for sure like up some players on EMA, especially when they're like not only top 2 teams from a region. So I'm hoping I'm gonna do very well, and I hope we are actually gonna do better than top 4 this EMA.
Okay, that sounds promising. Owner?
Yeah, I mean, I had some questions like Nero had, so I'm not prepared.
Okay, Forgiven, do you want to go on?
Sure. Hello, Kyo. Nice to see you first time, actually.
Hello.
2 quick questions, so we don't bother you a lot, at least for myself. I checked now, actually, on Google, and you're like 20 years old, right? And so, if it is accurate, it's actually the in-between age in League of Legends. What I mean by that is you're not like young, but you're not old for League of Legends, right? Because most people, like when they're like 17 or 18, they usually are like, or if they're very good, they play in like the top leagues per se. So how do you see, or how do you think of yourself, like in like 1 or 2 years from now, ideally, or I mean, cynically, depends on your point of view in League of Legends.
I mean, kind of depends, I think, how this year will go for me, because I think my start, even though I got into LFL, was kind of tragic, like in terms of how I actually played. So I think I kind of missed a big opportunity that year, and I think it kind of closed up on me in the next few years, where people didn't really believe I can actually be human in this game. So I think that set me down quite far, but I think this year can be the one that like actually spikes me back up to where people actually think that I'm better than I actually look in the games.
And my last question would be, as you referenced before, just now actually, that you were playing in LFL, right? And so the step, or like the misstep, actually going from LFL to HLL, if you would like to describe us, how did it go through your mind for you? And why I ask that is because, I mean, obviously, these leagues are like vastly different from each other, right? I mean, from any angle you can see, or like any angle you can think of. So for a player of yourself, like from Central Europe, and playing into a league that is not per se the most successful up until now, where with your run in EU Masters you finished like top 3 per se with Team Phantasma. What did you think of the league coming before you even played there? Because most of the foreigners, or like people that played in European leagues, don't think of it as much, but in the end they find a lot of trouble.
I mean, I went from LFL to LFL2 and then to like the Greek league here, so it wasn't like that big of a step for me, I feel like, because I think LFL2 is not that great. I would also say it's like a minor region, even though it doesn't get like EU Master spot. So for me, it wasn't like that big of a difference. And I mean, I didn't really think much of the league. I think it was like one team league, as like most minor ERLs, because we played like Phantasma in Sigma Cup, like in the like let's say off season last year, and we won against them. So I knew they weren't like complete bad, but I also didn't expect them to be like LFL level, right? Like I knew that I'm gonna play with players who don't have like that much experience, and I was completely fine with it because I think over the years, even though I kind of did poorly throughout my career, I think I got a lot of experience because I think I played with a lot of good players. So I was kind of confident that I can make whoever play good if they play with me. So I was kind of like going into this with Axel that like, okay, we're just gonna carry our team to EU Masters and make them actually better than us. For example, River, I think he's like, at the start he was a complete noob, like he was a complete clown. I was like, you know, I was trying to help him so much, but like I was like flabbergasted. But now it's like, you know, I tell him what he did wrong, and he's like, yeah, okay, you know, and he's fixing it for the next game. So it was kind of what I expected, where like I knew the start is gonna be slow and like grindy, but I think we actually went past through that, and at this point it's like if we can actually manage to get at least a top 2 or a top 4 again in EMEA against even better teams. So far I'm really happy with the year, and I hope it's gonna, you know, be the best for like even the league, because I think once we get like top 2, let's say, or even win it, I think the league itself can like improve a lot, because people will actually see it as a threat and not like you know, just a minor league.
Okay.
Okay.
Owner, do you think of any?
One question for me. Do you think, because here in Greece, I think teams and have like different picks, like weird picks, and we fight a lot in
Yep.
the matches. Do you think that helped you playing with more fights and different picks with the new how it's called? I forgot the draft.
Fearless draft.
The fearless draft in the EMEA.
I wouldn't say it helped us, but it also didn't make a disadvantage for us. I think for other teams it made a big difference where like they just ran out of picks and there was nothing for them to do. So like, I think we were really good on that, but I wouldn't say that was the reason why we achieved the top 4. I think we just played much better than everyone expected, and including myself, like we actually stepped up a lot inside of the tournament. So I wouldn't say fearless is the reason why we played good.
Okay.
We'll see. The next EMEA Masters is not that far away, so maybe you'll be there. I think you're gonna be there, so we wait for the best performance. So, Kio, thank you for the interview. We appreciate it a lot. Something last you want to say, and any shoutouts you want to do before you go?
No.
Okay, then we're good. Thank you again, and congratulations. We're probably gonna see you again. Have a good time.
Yep. See ya.